Welcome. My name is Purna. English First Language Part 1. Lesson 2. The elixir of life 10th standard. Question answer Part 2. 2024-2025 Karnataka State Board Syllabus. Glossary. Elixir, a liquid substance with magical power to prolong life indefinitely. Here the AELIXIR. R is silent here. Pronunciation is elixir. Below wing. Spreading over a large area. Speck means a very small mark. Silt means sand, mud, etc., carried by flowing water and left at the mouth of a river. Sustained, kept alive, potent, powerful. Suspension, the state of water with very small particles of sand and other particles. Catchment area, an area which collects plentiful rainfall. Precipitation, separation of solid substances from liquid. Alluvial, areas created with the matter deposited by rivers, crust, hard surface or router covering. Successive, happening one after the other. Menace, threat. Substantial means large in size, value, or importance. Gullies and ravines means channels made by running water. Terracing means preparing different levels. Ruts means deep paths. Counter cultivation means cultivation along the same level of elevation to prevent erosion. Momentum means speed. Imperative means important. Conservation means preventing from going waste. Artesian water means underground water springing from a hole. Harnessing means controlling and putting into use. Scrub jungle means forest consisting of stunted trees. Afforestation means the process of planting areas of land with trees. Civilized forests means man-made forests. Subsidiary means secondary or less important. Barges means large boats with flat bottoms. Second main comprehensive questions. A. Answer briefly the following question. First question. What is the imaginary elixir of life? The divine Amrita, which can make man immortal. 2. What, according to the water, is the real elixir of life? Plain water. 3. What is the wonderful difference the writer talks about in paragraph 2? The wonderful difference the writer talks about is between the two areas, the Libyan Desert and the Nile Valley. The sea of billowing sand without a speck of green on the side of Libyan Desert, and the green, fertile, densely populated area on the valley of the Nile in Egypt. Question number 4. What brought about this wonderful difference? The wonderful difference was brought about by the water of River Nile flowing down to the Mediterranean from its sources a couple of thousands of miles away. 5. What is cheering sight? Mentioned in paragraph 5. The cheering sight to the water is the filled rain-fed tanks that are so common in South India. 6. What does the writer compare water in a landscape to? The water compares water in landscape to the eyes in the human face. Why does he make his comparison? This comparison. He makes this comparison because water reflects the mood of the hour, being bright and day when sun shines and turning to dark and gloomy when the sky is overcast. Seventh one. How does the water in rain-fed tanks get its color? The color of water in rain-fed tanks is from the silt or finely divided soil in suspension. This color varies with the nature of earth in catchment area and in most vivid immediately after a fresh inflow following rain. 8. What is the main cause of soil erosion? Sudden burst of excessively heavy rain resulting in a large runoff of surplus water are the principal factors causing soil erosion. Ninth, what other factors add to the erosion of Precious soil. Contributory causes to the erosion of previous soil are the slope of the land, removal of the natural protective coat of vegetation, the existence of the ruts, along which the water can flow rapidly, gathering momentum, and the absence of any checks to such flow. Then, how can soil erosion be prevented? The soil erosion can be prevented by terracing of the land, construction of bunds to check the flow of water, practice of counter cultivation, and planting of appropriate types of vegetation. How does prevention of soil erosion serve a double purpose? 11th question. Adoption of techniques preventing soil erosion would also help to conserve and keep the water where it is wanted, that is, on and in the soil. 12. What are the two sources of water mentioned in the paragraph 10? Rain and snowfall. 13th. The land formed of silt in alluvial areas is always fertile. Say whether the statement is true or false. True. 14th. Dash takes place when water carrying silt mixes with the salt water of sea. Erosion. Complete the sentence with appropriate word. The word is erosion. 15. Planting of appropriate type of vegetation will result in A. A continuance of successful agriculture. B. The terracing of the land. C. Preventing environmental pollution. D. Reducing the momentum of the flow of water. Answer is D. Reducing the momentum of the flow of water. 16. What does the writer mean by civilized forests? Forests created by the deliberate planting of the saplings by the human beings as a contrast with the wild and untamed natural jungles. 17. Mention any two advantages of civilized forests. Civilized forests would directly and indirectly prove a source of untold wealth to the country. They would check soil erosion and conserve the rainfall of country from flowing away to waste. 18. How will development of hydroelectric power help to overcome inadequacy of water supply? The development of hydroelectric power would enable underground water to be tapped to a great extent than at present and thus help to overcome the difficulties arising from irregularity and inadequacy of other sources of supply. 19. Complete the following sentences with appropriate details. A Nile Valley is the creation of the river itself. It was brought down as the finest silt in its floodwaters from the highlands of the Abyssinia and from remote Central Africa, and laid down through the ages in the trough through which the Nile flows into the sea. The dash are a cheering sight. The red fit tanks in the South India, when they are all full, are the cheering sight. The a remarkable feature of water is its power to carry silt or finely divided soil in suspension. D. It is the silt which gives to the water in rain-fed tanks the characteristic water. Dash is the foundation of all agriculture. Upper layer of soil. F. Ruts are formed by rapidly flowing rainwater. G. Terracing of lands helps in preventing soil erosion. H. Indian agriculture depends heavily on seasonal rainfall. I. Dash would enable the overall development of rural economic. Farewell. C. Close study. Read the following extracts carefully, discuss in pairs, and then write the answers to the questions given below them. 1. Much of the Indian agriculture depends on seasonal rainfall and is therefore very sensitive to any failure or irregularity of the same. A. In what context does the writer say these words? The writer talks about soil erosion and the importance of the conservation of water. The conservation of water would help agriculture at times of irregular and inadequate rainfall. The techniques of conservation of water would prevent soil erosion, which is of great importance to agriculture. B. What does same refers to? Same refers to rainfall in India. C. Why is Indian agriculture very sensitive? Since Indian agriculture depends on seasonal rainfall and does not have many other sources of water, it is very sensitive, easily affected by inadequate and irregular rainfall. Closely connected with the conservation of water supply is the problem of afforestation. The systematic planting of suitable trees in every possible or even in impossible areas and the development of what one calls civilized forests. A. What is the problem of afforestation? Afforestation, or planting trees in the areas that have not previously been forested, is generally seen as a positive endeavor for the environment. However, it can come with certain challenges. Biodiversity impact. Planting non-native species can disrupt local ecosystem and harm native flora and fauna. Water usage. Trees, especially in a large numbers, can significantly alter water availability and potentiality, leading to water shortages in some regions. Third, maintenance cost. Afforestation projects can be expensive to initiate and maintain, requiring ongoing investment in monitoring, irrigation, and care. Land use conflicts. There may be competing interests for land use, such as agriculture, urban development, or conservation efforts, leading to conflicts. Carbon storage misconception. Not all trees sequester carbon equally, and the benefits of the carbon storage can vary widely depending on the species, location, and the management practices. B. What does civilized forest mean? The civilized forest isn't a commonly used term, but it typically refers to a forest that has been managed or altered by humans to some extent. This can involve practices such as landscaping, introducing walking paths, benches, and other amenities for recreational use. Controlled planting. Planting specific species of trees and plants that are desirable for certain reasons like aesthetics, timber production, or conservation. Fire management. Implementing controlled burns or creating fire breaks to reduce the risk of wildfires. Invasive species control. Managing and removing non-native species that threaten the ecosystem's balance. The aim of managing a forest this way is usually to balance human needs and enjoyment with ecological conservation. Why is afforestation an urgent need for India? Climate change. Afforestation is crucial for India for several reasons. Climate change mitigation. India is one of the world's largest carbon emitters. Afforestation helps sequester carbon dioxide, reducing a greenhouse effect and mitigating climate change. 2. Biodiversity conservation. India is home to vast array of flora and fauna. Afforestation creates habitats for various species, promoting biodiversity and helping to protect endangered species. Soil conservation. Trees prevent soil erosion by stabilizing the soil with their roots. It is particularly important in India's hilly regions, where soil erosion can lead to significant land degradation. Fourth one is water cycle regulation. Forests play a crucial role in regulating the water cycle. Afforestation helps replenish groundwater levels and maintain the flow of the rivers and streams, which is vital for agriculture and drinking water supply. Economic benefits. Afforestation can generate employment opportunities in rural areas. It also supports local economies through the production of timber, non-timber forest products, and ecotourism. Sixth one is desertification control. Desertification is a significant challenge in India, particularly in the northwestern regions. Afforestation helps combat land degradation and restore the ecological balance. For paragraph writing, discuss in pairs or the groups of four each and answer the following questions. Note down important points for each question and Then develop the points into one paragraph answers. 1. How does C.V. Raman show that water is the real elixir of life? 1. These are the points easy to remember. What makes the difference between the barren desert and the fertile valley teeming with life and vegetation? 2. Water plays an important role in shaping the history of the earth. Third one, water bodies add to the beauty of scenery. Fourth, water has the power to carry silt, which is very necessary for agriculture. Fifth one, water creates this silt by following over the rocks of Earth's crust. Sixth, water is basis of all life, animals, plants, and human beings. If you want to write in paragraph, in exam you have to write like this. If you make a notes like in points in the previous slide, that makes you to easily remember the points. Okay, let's write in paragraph the same answer. C.P. Raman shows that water is elixir of life. He gives us the example of the Libyan desert, where there is no vegetation and not a single living thing visible. On other hand, in the immediate neighborhood, the Nile Valley is teeming with vegetation and people. The water of Nile Valley has made all difference. He says that water is wonderful thing and it has shaped the history and civilization of our earth. He also adds that the presence of water makes the countryside beautiful and it has enabled agriculture to thrive. Water enriches soil and makes it fertile. If water is used judiciously, it can improve our economy by generating electricity as well and provide us with a cheap means of internal transport. He tells us that water is fundamental for human welfare. Second question, what are the various causes of soil erosion? How can we prevent it? First one is heavy rain is the cause of soil erosion. Second one, the slope of land, removal of vegetation, ruts which enable water to flow faster, and absence of many barriers to check a flow of water. It is not mine, it is many. Preventive, third one is preventive action to be terracing of land. This is construction of step lands to check flow. This is okay. Leave it. It is not typed correctly. Counter cultivation, planting of vegetation. Check bounds are connected to the land stepwise. That is called the construction of the bonds to check flow. Paragraph. C.V. Raman tells that it is in the paragraph. Those are the points that makes you to easily remember the whole thing. Main points are those you have to include in that. Little bit artistically it is written. C.V. Raman tells that the soil erosion is a major problem in India. Soil erosion happens due to several reasons. Firstly, sudden downpour of heavy rain can result in excess water carrying topsoil into the sea. Secondly, the slope of land and the removal of the natural protective coat of vegetation and the existence of the ruts along which water can flow rapidly can give to erosion. Thirdly, the lack of bunds to prevent water from flowing forcefully can lead to erosion of soil. Third question, what does C.V. Raman say about rain-fed tank? First one is rain-fed tanks common in South India. They are beautiful when full. Third one is shallow but the bottom does not show up. Fourth one, play a vital role in agriculture. Fifth one are surprisingly large in size. These are the main points. This is the paragraph. Remember all those points and using all those points, you will make your own sentence. Always try to write in your own sentences. Don't mug up the answers. Understand the concept and write in your own sentences. Paragraph. C.V. Raman tells us that rain-fed tanks are common in South India and they are beautiful when they are full, but they are not well maintained. These tanks are shallow. The water in these tanks is full of silt. These tanks play an important role in South Indian agriculture. Some of them are large and look beautiful when the sun rises or sets over them. Fourth one, vocabulary exercises. A. Match the words in the group A with their meanings and explanation in group B. Okay. The matched one is here. Answer for this. First one is teaming with. G. Full of. 2. Participation matches with H. Separation of solid, it is not participate, precipitation, it is separation of a solid matter from liquid. I'm sorry. Third one is harnessing. C. Controlling and using. Fourth one is alluvial. B. The area created with the matter deposited by rivers. Fifth one, catchment. J. An area from which rainwater flows into a particular drive. C. Civilized forest. D. Man-made forest. Seventh one is afforestation. A. Systematic planting of suitable trees. 8. Artesian. 1 is spring or underground water. Ninth is successive. F. Coming one after the other. 10th, erosion. E. Wearing away gradually. D. Fill in the blanks with antonyms of the word underlined. 1. Rain-fed tanks are shallow, not deep. 2. The authorities who talk about afforestation are actively engaged in deforestation. 3. The rural students have fared better than their urban counterparts. Fourth one, it is a big tragedy that fertile minds are engaged in a barren debate. Fifth one, the fruits were fresh, but the cream was stale. Sixth one, ancient monuments are aesthetically displayed in a modern setting. Modern ancient are opposite. Seventh one, in this writing, it is difficult to segregate fact from fiction. Fact and fiction are opposite. Eighth one, the joy in new found prosperity made them forget their days of poverty or adversity. Prosperity and adversity are opposite words. Even poverty. Most appropriate word is adversity. Ninth one, when he saw her courage, he felt ashamed of his own cowardice. Courage and cowardice are opposite. Tenth one, we need to overcome our temptation, not succumb to it. Overcome and succumb are opposite words. Fifth one, language activities. A. Develop the flowchart into a paragraph process. Writing. The following flowchart gives you the process of picking tender mangoes using the information in the flowchart given below. Write a paragraph describing how pickle is prepared. This is the chart. First, take 1 kg of small, fresh, tender mangoes, washed and cleaned. To drain the water, mangoes wiped with a clean towel, mixed with enough salt and kept it in jar. Jar covered with a piece of a cloth and tied tightly. Left for 15 days. The mixture stirred with a clean, dry wooden ladle on 3, 4, 6, and 8 days. Mangoes shrunk and turned to pale yellow. 3/4 of cup of mustard powder and 50 grams of red chili powder along with a boiled cooled salt water are mixed into a paste. Mangoes mixed with this paste mixture kept again in an airtight container ready for use in 3 months. Caution, clean dry spoon to be used. Note, you may use the following expression to make your description precise. First, next, once this is done, then finally. They are giving you the hints. How can you make the sentences and use these words while making this writing it in a paragraph. Here is the procedure of pickled tender mangoes. Firstly, 1 kg of small, fresh, tender mangoes are washed and cleaned. To drain the water thoroughly, the mangoes are wiped with a clean towel. Next, they are mixed with enough salt and kept in a jar which is covered with a piece of a cloth and tied tightly. Once it is done, it is left for 15 days. The mixture is stirred with a clean, dry wooden ladle on third, fourth, sixth, and eighth day. The mangoes will have shrunk and turned into pale yellow color. Then 3/4 cup of mustard powder, 50 grams of red chili powder are taken along with the boiled cool salt water are mixed into a paste. This paste is mixed with mangoes. Finally, the mixture is again kept in an airtight container. It is ready for use in 3 months. A word of caution to be remembered is that only a clean dry spoon has to be used to mix the mangoes. The report writing to be presented in the next class. Imagine you are a secretary of the Eco Club Nasera of your school. You have been asked to present the annual report of activities of the club on annual day of your school. Prepare the report to be read out from form groups of four each. Each one reads out his or her report to the group. Make use of the following guidelines. First one is address the guests and introduce the task. Nasera Eco Club, founded in 2006. Objective: creating awareness about the environmental protection among students. Eco Club Headmaster, the Honorary President, Kishore from XB, 10th B, the President, U, from 10th A, the Secretary, and 5 members. June 6th, Inauguration. The World Environment Day celebrated. Well known writer Dr. Narendra Rai Darla inaugurated. 500 saplings distributed. July 17, slideshow on rainwater harvesting arranged noted environmentalist Mr. Sri Padre spoke on the occasion. August 2, Pick Plastic campaign arranged. Members went around the town picking plastics. Placards exhibited slogans against the growing menace of plastic. District level elocution competition for high school students held on November 15th on the topic Modern Lifestyle, the Threat to Environment, cash prize, and certificates awarded. Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Free Jazz, some name here, put some name of the respected president of the day's proceeding, Free Dash, our beloved headmaster, Free Dash, respected teachers, and my dear students, my dear friends. It gives me great pleasure to present the annual report of activities of the Nesera, the Eco Club of our school. Our Eco Club Nesera was Nesera. Yes, Nesera. It's Kannada word. Nesera means nature. Was founded in 2006 with the objectives of creating awareness about environmental protection among students. Our headmaster is honorary president of the club. Kishore from 10th B is the president, and me, Samir, from 10th A, the secretary. They are 5 more members. The activities for the academic year 2014-15 were inaugurated on the 6th of June. World Environment Day was celebrated. The well-known writer Dr. Narendra Rai Kerala inaugurated the celebration. 500 saplings were distributed in the neighborhood. On the 17th of July, a slideshow on rainwater harvesting was arranged. The noted environmentalist Mr. Sri Padre spoke on the occasion. On August 2, a Pick Plastic campaign was arranged. The club members went around the town picking plastics. Placards are exhibited, and slogans against the growing menace of plastics were raised. Finally, there was a district level allocation competition held for the high school students on November 15 on the topic Modern Lifestyle, a Threat to Environment. Many students participated in the competition. Cash prizes and certificates were awarded. With this, we come to the end of the report of Eco Club. We look forward to many more activities next academic year. I thank everybody for their patient hearing. See, study the following pie chart carefully. It lists the various sectors responsible for gas emissions and their share in creating global warming. Using this information, write a paragraph in about 100 words on global warming. Okay, commercial 7%, residential 6%, agricultural 7%, industry 19%, electricity generation 33%, transport 27%, others 1%. Based on this, we can make the sentences. The above pie chart lists the various sectors responsible for gas emissions and their share in creating global warming. The maximum gas emissions are by the electricity at 33%, whereas the next place is taken by transport at 27%. Surprisingly, the industry takes the third position at the 19%, whereas commercial activities and the agricultural occupy the fourth position at 7%. Residential activities do not lag far behind. They account for 6% of the gas emissions, whereas the others contribute 1% of gas emissions. Six, speaking activities. There are few words which are commonly mispronounced by the Indian learners of English. The following are some of them. Repeat the following words after your teacher at least twice. Then in pairs, practice pronouncing correctly by reading the words aloud to your partners. The first one is Wednesday. D is silent here. Wednesday. It is not Wednesday. It's not like this. Wednesday. Second one is Science. Pronunciation is science. Science. Third one is Clerk. Clerk. Fourth one January. 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 Fifth is February. February. Sixth Leisure. Liz. R, they will not pronounce it. They succumb it. They will not pronounce. Okay? We Indians pronounce it like leisure, not like this. It is Liz. Seventh one, Carrier. Carrier. Okay? Eighth one, Carreer. Carrier. Carry. Ninth one, Pourrier. Puri. Courier, we tell R, they silent, they succumb it, they'll not pronounce. Tenth, vehicle. 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 11th, automobile. Automobile. We pronounce automobiles. No. Automobile. 12th, food. 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 There is food. Simple. Not food. Food. 13th is bury. It is not bury. It is very. Pronunciation is very. 14th is dais. Dias. 15th resume. Resume. 16th elite. Elite. 17th young. 18th circuit. Circuit. It is not cricket, it is circuit. The yes pronunciation here. Here C's pronunciation is cu. 19th is tier. Tire. It is not tire. Tie. Only this much. The actual pronunciation. 20th is apex. Apex. 21. reservoir. 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 R they will not pronounce. The actual pronunciation is reservoir. 12th. Gear. Gear. It is not gear. Gear. 23. Recept. Receipt. It is not receipt. It is receipt. 24th. Ration. Resin. It's not ration. It's resin. 25th. Question. 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 26th. Plate. Plate. We in pairs speak to each other on how you usually spend a Sunday. Speak for 2 full minutes. So let me help you get started with that conversation. Person A. Sunday are my favorite day of week because I get to relax and unwind. I usually start my Sunday with a long walk in the nearby park, enjoying the fresh air and the sounds of nature. After that, I come back home and have a leisurely breakfast, often with some homemade pancakes or waffles. I like to spend the rest of the morning reading a book or catching up on some TV shows. How about you? How do you spend your Sundays? Personally, that sounds wonderful. My Sundays are pretty laid back too. I typically sleep in a bit and then have a nice slow breakfast, usually with some fresh fruit and a cup of coffee. If the weather is nice, I like to go for a bike ride or take a stroll around the neighborhood. In the afternoon, I might work on a hobby like painting or playing guitar. Sometimes it also meet up with friends for late lunch or coffee. What do you do in the afternoons? Person A. In the afternoons, I like to take it easy. Sometimes I take a nap or just lounge around watching movie. If I'm feeling productive, I might do some meal prep for the week ahead or tidy up the house. In the evening, I often cook a nice dinner and enjoy it with my family. We sometimes have a night or watch a movie together. It's a great way to end the weekend. Do you have any special evening routines? Person B. Evenings are all about winding down for me, so I enjoy cooking a nice dinner, sometimes trying out a new recipe. After dinner, I like to relax with a good book or listen to some music. Occasionally, I will do some yoga or meditation to clear my mind before the week starts. I always make sure to go a good night's sleep so I feel refreshed for Monday. It sounds like we both have some great ways to enjoy our Sundays. 10th, grammar revisited. Countable and uncountable nouns. A set of nouns has been given below. Indicate against each of the following nouns whether it is a countable noun or an uncountable noun. Just put C for countable, U for uncountable against each word. Here are the words. Air. Can you count how much air is there? One, two, three, four. No, it's uncountable. Night. Night. The night amount we cannot count, but number of the nights you can count. How many nights, how many days? 2 days, 2 nights going for a trip like that's why it is considered countable. Sleep. Sleep, how much time you sleep. When you sleep, you cannot count the time. After waking up, you can say it is uncountable. Cigarette, countable. Grass, you cannot count how many grasses are there. If in your lawn grass is there, you cannot. It is impossible. It is very thin, head like. That's why it is uncountable. Butter, butter you cannot count, but in kilos you can count, but it is considered as the uncountable because there are no grades of the butter. It is paste of butter will be there. Mutton, mutton is uncountable. In kgs you can count, but numbers you cannot. Okay. Equipment, equipment. How many equipments are there? Equipment is countable, but how many? Too many are there uncountable. But I'll consider this as a countable. I mark it as a C here for equipment. You can count. Water considered as the uncountable. If number of bottles are there, you can count. But water in the sea, how can you? That's why it is uncountable. Poem, countable poems. Bag countable. TV countable. Glass countable. Glass uncountable. Glass means you cannot count. A number of the glass sheets you can say. The whole glass, if it is in liquid form or in the solid form, you cannot count. That's why written uncountable. Cake countable. Sheep countable. Shirt countable. Milk, see here, milk is in a liquid form. Milk or a oil or anything, it is uncountable. But in kg or in number of the bottles, you can count, but it is considered as a uncountable. Poetry, poets are countable. Poetry is, it is unlimited. Many poets will come and go. Many poems they will write, but poetry is uncountable. Game is countable. Music is uncountable. Music is wide, it is. You cannot count how many ragas are there. So many are there, but you cannot. It is uncountable. Music. Onion. Onion is countable. A number in number also you can count four onions because they are big in size. Cheese is uncountable. It is like taste like cheese. You cannot count, right? Flour is also uncountable. Okay, in kgs you can count, but numbers you cannot count. Friendship. Friendship is uncountable. There is no amount. It is a qualitative. Friendship is a qualitative. Cow is countable, is uncountable. Cricket, cricket here is a uncountable. It is a game, cricket, and insect is one of the insect is also called cricket. That's why we cannot count the insect. That's why written here uncountable if it is treated as a insect. Wood, wood is uncountable. How much wood is available? No, it is not countable. Vegetables countable. Egg countable. Baggage, baggage uncountable. Mountain. Mountain is how many mountains are there? You can count. Okay, and even we named them. Darkness is uncountable. You cannot count the darkness. You can count the nights. But darkness, know how much is there, you know. Sunshine. Sunshine is uncountable. Smoke is uncountable. Brain. Brain is countable. How many heads are there? You can count. You'll get the number of brains. Garlic. Garlic is uncountable, they say, because in one garlic clove, so many cloves are there. It is little bit impossible. In large number, garlic is there. That's why they put as uncountable. Meat is in kilos you can count, but in number it is not possible. Meat it is uncount. It is considered in uncountable. Flour, meat, and all. Where footwear it is uncountable. Shoes are countable. Footwear is no, it is not. Like okay, footwear that's why it is considered as a uncountable. Dust is not countable. It is uncountable. Stupidity is qualitative. That's why it is uncountable. Animals are countable. Bricks are countable. Gold is uncountable. Gold. The gold uh, which is there in our house, it is countable. But in general, you say gold in the earth, how much still more earth is hidden in the earth crust, we don't know. That's why it is considered as a uncountable. Vessel is countable. Rice is uncountable because you cannot count the number of the grains in the rice. That's why it is considered uncountable. Food is uncountable. Then hair, you cannot count the number of the hairs you have in your head, therefore uncountable. Beauty is uncountable, it is qualitative. Rain is uncountable, how much rainfall, but some inches of rainfall in this area, they will say they made on measurement, but even though exactly you cannot say how much rain is falling there, it's uncountable. Foolishness is uncountable because there is no measurement for this. Okay, truth is uncountable. Paper is paper paper see when it is manufactured, it is like a bed sheet. The full paper sheet is manufactured and is cut into the number of the small pieces. That's why the whole paper is considered as uncountable. Silver is uncountable. Copper is uncountable. All these iron, copper, gold, these are all uncountable. Suitcase, it is manufactured by human beings, so they'll manufacture and count. It is countable. Sugar is uncountable because in kilos you can count, in number you cannot. That's why it is considered as an uncountable. Value is uncountable. It is qualitative. Homework. If you ask the students, they will understand this pain. Is homework countable? No, it is never ending. They'll say justice uncountable. Chair is countable. Justice is the qualitative. It is drink. Drink is countable. Lamb is countable. Mischief is uncountable. Mischief, cheating, all these are uncountable. Dread, there because those are qualities. Bread is uncountable. Why bread is uncountable? How much in whole life, how much bread you are eating? Can you count that? No, that's why it is considered uncountable. News is uncountable. Everyday news is coming. Whenever there's something new things happens in the country, they will keep on giving the news. It's uncountable. Safety is uncountable. It is qualitative. Permission is uncountable. Sand is uncountable. You cannot count the number of the sand grains there. Love is uncountable. It is qualitative. Furniture is uncountable. Chair is countable. Bench is countable. Sofa is countable. But furniture word is not countable. Okay? It is uncountable. Coffee is uncountable. You cannot count the coffee. You can say one packet of coffee, one cup of coffee. But how many number are there? Liquid forms are all you write uncountable. Oil, coffee, milk, water, all these. Wool, uncountable. Wool is not countable. You have to process the wool and make the sweaters out of that. You can count the sweater or the thread, but not wool. Personnel. Personnel is not uncountable. Jam is uncountable. Health is uncountable. Soap is uncountable. They are considering, but soap you can write countable number of soaps in your house, right? You may write countable for this. Number of soap cake is countable because seven C's are there. Purity is uncountable. Chain is countable. Tea is uncountable. Tea leaves are crushed and stored in it is in a powder form. That's why it is uncountable. Wheat is a powder of grains. It is not countable. Uncountable. Tuition, uncountable. Tone is countable. Wealth is uncountable. Advice is uncountable. B. Make sentences using any 10 uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns do not take a plural form. They are not preceded by the indefinite articles, and they always take a singular verb. Air, night, sleep, cigarette, grass, water, poem. Those words only, these words, we put countable and uncountable. This list is here given. Answers already I have given to you. Now we make the words. First one is safety is a paramount importance when traveling abroad. Safety is uncountable word. That's why the will not come behind that. The second one is truth often sounds hard. It is truth is uncountable here. Third, rice is grown widely in these areas. The rice is uncountable. You cannot count number of the grains in the rice, but it is used as a singular form, not considered as a plural because it is uncountable, right? Remember this. And articles will not come behind this a and or the will not come along with this right. Fourth one, her hair has grown very long. Hair. Hair means not only one hair. So many hairs, you cannot count it as uncountable. And but even though it number many hairs are there in hair, but it is considered as a singular only. Has is here because it is considered as a singular. Fifth one is permission was given to conduct the debate in class. Permission is uncountable. Was is a singular. No articles here. Sixth one, the sand on the beach is almost white in color. Okay, here particular on the beach, which sand? The sand here, which sand? Which sand is the sand which is on the beach? We know here that's why the is here. Sand on the beach is almost. Sand is a uncountable and it is considered as a singular here. To apply the helping verb, is used here. Seventh one, wealth should be shared with everyone. Eighth one, advice from others is. Advice is very rarely pleasant. Which others give you advice, it will be unpleasant to your your ear. Always be rarely pleasant. Ninth one, she does her homework as soon as she comes home. Homework is uncountable. That's why does is here. Means she does her homework as soon as she comes home. It works as a noun here. The singular is considered as. Tenth one is the smoke passes out through the chimney. See here it is a smoke is considered as singular. That's why passes. It smoke means it come passes, but smoke amount we don't know, but it is considered as a. That's why the uncountables are considered as singulars. Please like, share, subscribe, and save the playlist. Thank you very much. Bye bye.